Look, I've tested every major smartwatch that came out this year, and I'm about to save you hours of research and probably a few $100 too. We've got everything from a battery monster that lasts 4 days to a fitness beast that knows your body better than you do. Stick around because number 2 on this list might actually surprise you. And if you're thinking about dropping serious cash on the number 1 pick, I'll tell you exactly why it's worth it. Or why you should maybe think twice. If you see one you love, I've dropped updated links with the best pricing in the description below. Coming in at number 5, we've got the OnePlus Watch 3, and let me tell you, this thing is a battery beast. If you're tired of charging your smartwatch every single night, this might just be your new best friend. OnePlus has seriously cracked the code on Wear OS battery optimization here, giving you up to 4 days of usage on a single charge. And that's not just standby time. That's actual real-world use with notifications, fitness tracking, and all the good stuff turned on. The watch itself feels premium without breaking the bank, starting at around $279 for the base model, and going up to $329 for the premium version with cellular connectivity. The display is crisp and bright, perfect for outdoor workouts, and the health tracking is surprisingly accurate for the price point. You're getting heart rate monitoring, sleep tracking, GPS, and over 100 workout modes. The rotating crown feels satisfying to use, and the overall build quality is solid. Definitely doesn't feel like a budget option. But here's the thing that really sets it apart from other Wear OS watches. OnePlus has optimized the software so well that you're not constantly dealing with lag or stuttering animations. It's smooth, responsive, and honestly feels like what Wear OS should have been from the beginning. The only downside? If you're deep in the Apple ecosystem, you're obviously out of luck here. But for Android users who want great battery life without sacrificing features, the OnePlus Watch 3 is definitely worth considering. At number 4, we have the Garmin Venu 3. And if fitness is your main priority, this watch is basically like having a personal trainer on your wrist. Garmin has been dominating the fitness tracking game for years, and the Venu 3 shows exactly why. We're talking about incredibly detailed metrics that go way beyond just counting steps. This thing tracks your VO2 max, recovery time, training load, and even gives you personalized workout recommendations based on your fitness level. Pricing sits at $449 for the standard 41mm model and $490 for the larger 45mm version, which definitely puts it in premium territory. But honestly, when you consider what you're getting, it's pretty reasonable. The battery life is absolutely insane. We're talking up to 14 days in smartwatch mode, and even with GPS tracking enabled, you're looking at around 26 hours of continuous use. That means you can track multiple long runs or bike rides without worrying about your watch dying mid-workout. The build quality is exactly what you'd expect from Garmin: rugged, durable, and ready for whatever you throw at it. The AMOLED display is gorgeous and stays readable even in bright sunlight. Plus, you're getting advanced sleep tracking, stress monitoring, and even features like body battery that tells you when you should push hard or take it easy. The only thing to keep in mind is that this isn't trying to be a smartphone replacement. It's focused on health and fitness first, smart features second. But if that's what you're after, the Venu 3 is pretty much unbeatable. Taking the number 3 spot is the Google Pixel Watch 3, and this is honestly the Wear OS watch Google should have made from the beginning. If you're an Android user who doesn't want to be locked into Samsung's ecosystem, this is probably your best bet for a premium smartwatch experience. Google has finally figured out how to make Wear OS feel smooth and responsive, and the integration with Google services is seamless. Google Assistant actually works properly, Google Pay is reliable, and Google Maps navigation is fantastic. The pricing starts at $349 for the 41mm Wi-Fi model and goes up to $449 for the 45mm LTE version, putting it right in that sweet spot between budget and premium. The circular design is clean and modern, and Google has finally nailed the build quality. The aluminum case feels solid, the side button has a satisfying click, and the rotating crown is smooth and precise. Battery life has improved significantly over the previous generation. You're looking at about a day and a half of typical use, which is actually pretty good for Wear OS. What really makes this watch shine is how well it integrates with the broader Google ecosystem. If you use Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Photos, and other Google services, everything just works together beautifully. The health tracking is solid too, with accurate heart rate monitoring, sleep tracking, and automatic workout detection. Plus, you get access to the full Google Play Store for Wear OS, so you can download pretty much any app you want. The only real downside is that some third-party apps still feel a bit clunky, but that's more of a Wear OS issue than a Pixel Watch problem. Coming in at number 2, we have the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7, and if you're in the Android ecosystem, especially if you're using a Samsung phone, this watch is incredibly hard to beat. Samsung has been refining their smartwatch game for years, and the Galaxy Watch 7 feels like the culmination of all that experience. The integration with Samsung phones is absolutely seamless, and even if you're using a non-Samsung Android device, it still works really well. Pricing starts at $209 for the 40mm Bluetooth model and goes up to $420 for the 44mm LTE version, which is pretty competitive considering what you're getting. The Super AMOLED display is absolutely gorgeous, bright, colorful, and easily readable in any lighting condition. The rotating bezel is back and it's as satisfying as ever to use for navigation. Build quality is top-notch with that premium aluminum case and Gorilla Glass DX Plus protection, so it can definitely handle daily wear and tear. The health tracking capabilities are seriously impressive. We're talking advanced sleep coaching, body composition analysis, irregular heart rhythm notifications, and even blood pressure monitoring if you have a compatible Samsung phone. The battery life is solid at about 2 days of typical use, and it charges pretty quickly when you need to top up. Samsung's One UI watch interface is polished and intuitive, with tons of customization options for watch faces and complications. Plus, you get access to a huge selection of apps through the Galaxy Store. The only thing to consider is that some features work best with Samsung phones, but even on other Android devices, this is still an excellent smartwatch choice. And taking the top spot, we have the Apple Watch Series 10, and honestly, if you're an iPhone user, this is pretty much the obvious choice. Apple has once again raised the bar with their latest smartwatch, and the improvements over the previous generation are actually pretty significant. The new S10 chip makes everything feel incredibly fast and responsive. The display is brighter and more efficient, and the overall user experience is just polished in that typical Apple way. Starting at $399 for the 42mm GPS model, and going up to $749 for the 46mm GPS Plus cellular with premium materials, there's definitely an option for every budget. Well, every budget that can handle Apple pricing. The build quality is absolutely premium, with options ranging from aluminum to titanium cases, and the new band attachment system is more secure than ever. The always-on Retina display is stunning, staying readable even in bright sunlight while being easy on battery life. What really sets the Apple Watch apart is the ecosystem integration. It's not just a smartwatch, it's like an extension of your iPhone. Handoff works seamlessly. You can answer calls directly from your wrist. Siri is incredibly responsive, and the health tracking is comprehensive and accurate. We're talking ECG readings, blood oxygen monitoring, temperature sensing, and even crash detection that can automatically call emergency services. The battery life gets you through a full day comfortably, and charging is fast when you need it. The App Store selection is massive, and everything just works together beautifully. If you're invested in the Apple ecosystem and want the best smartwatch experience money can buy, the Series 10 is really in a league of its own.